Welcome, folks, to the BC show. After further debate, our current host, Ken, had to take a leave of absence, so I have taken over as the host and remain the expert. I'm Cody, and here's my co-host, Benno.
Hello.
And today we're going to cover the NCAA tournament. All 68 teams. Oh, we forgot about Harley. Harley is our new expert as well. Harley's going to show her bracket later. All 68 teams, all 4 regions, we're going to have our final 4 picks, and we're going to have our national champions crowned here. Well, at least who we think is going to win. Mr. Benno, should we start off with the Midwest region?
Oh, sure, yes. I got Louisville, Oregon for the Sweet 16, and I got Michigan State and Cincinnati in the Sweet 16 for the Midwest.
Well, all right. Now we look here at my bracket. I've got Louisville facing St. Louis and Michigan State facing Creighton. So, Ben, who's your sleeper here in the Midwest region?
My sleeper, I have Louisville in the sleeper in the Elite Eight going to the, and then I have Louisville going after Michigan State for the Elite Eight against, and then the other one I have Wisconsin and New Mexico for the Elite Eight, also for the West. So who do you have in yours?
Who do I have in the West? I have Gonzaga taking on Kansas State, and I have New Mexico taking on Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we pause here, Ben, and back here in the Midwest region, Louisville's the clear favorite. It's a loaded bracket. Well, who's your sleeper team? I've been thinking Oregon, the Pac-12 champion who somehow managed to get a 12 seed. What do you think, Ben?
I think so too, but I had him like a little bit farther than like now. I don't know about Oregon, but I heard they're a little bit okay. But I think it could happen. Mm-hmm. So I have them for it.
Well, big guy, I think my sleeper is St. Louis. St. Louis is a team who lost their head coach to the death back in December, and they have been playing with the fire lit under their butt ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to carry them all the way in the Sweet 16, where they'll eventually run into the red-hot Louisville Cardinals.
Mm. All right.
My team that I have is a little, I wouldn't call them an over-favorite, but overrated team is Duke. Who's your overrated team?
My overrated team I have Albany beating Duke in the next round. I mean, I think they could be the overrated. They could get Duke. They could get Duke.
Duke's overrated, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they are too, but I think they can get by Albany. Just not Doug McDermott. Well, Ben, should we move on to the West region?
Yes, we should move on.
Let's see. Here in the West, we were talking about Gonzaga, Ohio State. Those are the clear favorites. I'll tell you who my sleeper is, and it's the Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels won their conference tournament, beating the senior-led Florida Gators. This team, it's needless to say, really excited to be here. They were a bubble team 2 weeks ago, and here they are in the tournament taking on a Wisconsin team that has always fared well in the tournament. But this year, Ben, as you can see here in my bracket, I've got Wisconsin going down in the first round to an Ole Miss team that's got a lot of momentum. Who's your big upset?
All right, I got Wisconsin as an upset to Gonzaga in the Sweet 16, and then I got New Mexico beating Ohio State in the Sweet 16.
That's great. Well, we move on here to the South region. And Ben, let's see your bracket here. Who you got moving on to the Sweet 16?
All right, I got Kansas and Michigan, and then I got Minnesota and Georgetown in the Sweet 16.
Well, all right. My Sweet 16, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. Kansas, Michigan, Florida, and Georgetown. And in this region, we focus on our most underrated team in the tournament, and that would be the Michigan Wolverines. And notice how I said the tournament. Ben, this is a team that hasn't been playing their best lately, but they have the talent to be able to move on. Maybe not past Kansas, but, you know, people have been saying, oh, look out, San Diego State. Well, this Michigan team's not that bad. May I remind you how they fared in the past. And in terms of an overrated team, Ben, I have got to go with the Georgetown Hoyas. They are led by Otto Porter and Starks, but you know what? It is the Big East we're talking about here, and they don't fare so well in the tournament. Billy Donovan versus John Thompson, I'd take Billy Donovan any day. Do we move on to the East region?
Yep.
Ben, who you got in the East region?
I got Indiana, Syracuse in the Sweet 16, and I got Davidson and Miami in the Sweet 16 in the East.
Okay. Who would you say is your most overrated team in the East region?
My overrated team, I think is I'm going to go with Miami as an overrated team. I think Miami.
The Miami Hurricanes. Well, as you can see in my bracket, I've got Indiana, UNLV, Butler, and Miami. Let us remind our viewers that this is Miami's first ever ACC title that they captured. And they still managed to pull the 2 seed when they really should have been a 1 seed, and instead they gave it to Gonzaga. You think this team might play